What's up, guys? Nico'S in Paris, week 9 in Nffl. Put too many F's in that. Presser. We're just on a downslope. Kind of knew it. I don't know. Not much you can do, honestly, when you've got as many people hurt as I have. But enough for the sympathy tour. You guys have heard it all year long. I'm not getting any sympathy anyways. I've got one mortal enemy. His name is Owen Bly. He knows exactly who he is. He knows why he's now a mortal enemy, at least in the fantasy speak. Still best friends in life, but I don't know. Fuck it. Let's get into it. Carr 13.44, pretty shit. Had Tua on the bench at like 17.5 or something, so that would have been nice if I just manager decisions all year long. Honestly, it's just been rough. We ain't doing enough to win ball games here, and I don't know. Baker 18, still putting out points against a stout defense against the Chiefs, which was nice to see. I was actually pretty worried about that. Chupa Huba, the stolen Valor player. I stole him from Alex. 20.2. I don't know how many weeks he's going to have left or something like that, but I think he's still ranked like number 6 or 7 running backs here over the season. So, be it as it may, as many injuries as we've had some savvy moves going on and some trades, and ended up maybe losing a friend over it, but we're still sticking in it. It really hasn't mattered, to be honest with you. I think I've won one game since acquiring him, 1 or 2 games since acquiring him, so it's not doing a whole lot. Monty at 11.2. Again, the game kind of got away from us in that Detroit, so wasn't really used a whole lot. And moving forward, I don't know if he's going to produce as much as he has in the past, but Jesus Christ, this is bad. But we're just trying to get some performance out of some people. Myers 14.5, doing well. He's on bye this week, so that kind of sucks. He's gotten like 13, 14 points since he's gotten back from being out status. One of the many players. Shakir 8, didn't do great, but optimal lineup says that was the best play to put in. Sutton 19.78, had a passing touchdown, which was crazy, to Bo Nix. So, hey man, Bo Nix is elite, fantasy wise or not. He's doing some pretty decent things as a rookie with that Denver offense, and with all the new shit, new coach, new players and all that. I don't know, doing pretty well, honestly. Is big pickup. Njoku 5.4, suck balls. Not much you could say about it, to be honest with you. BTJ 5.2. Not great either. He's hurt. He was more of a distraction out there than really anything. I think Ingram got most of the yards and catches from that defense, from that offense. But I think I saw a stat where they had like first quarter like 73 yards or something. So it just wasn't in the cards, honestly, for the Jaguars. And I don't know. Moving forward, I think with as many injuries as they're dealing with on their offense, I think BTJ and Ingram are going to really be the only two that are going to see any activity or even be fantasy relevant, to be honest with you. Bills at 3 again. Jets 17 points, so 14-point swing there. Could have done some better management decisions, but I don't know. I played a matchup game, which I rarely do, and I don't know. I'm having some struggles trusting my defenses here as of late, last 2 or 3 weeks, and clearly not making the right decisions. Siebert chugging along at 9 points. I think 8 or 9 points is his season low, so didn't produce as well as I wanted him to. But when you're chucking up, Hail Marys and doing this and that and playing in close ball games, you're really trying to go for touchdowns, not necessarily going for the super long field goals, which I think he had 3 or 4 inside the 40 field goals. So, he still made all 4 of them, I do believe he had, but they were like 26 yards, 29 yards, 32 yards, 37 yards. Like they never really gave him a chance to really show off the leg. However, they trust him enough to put him in those positions to get at least a few field goals. So can't be terribly too mad. Dixon, 4 points. I think he had like 1 punt or 2 punts and barely met, barely had any points to show for it. And I don't know, Denver, they were kind of rolling. They lost the game, I believe, pretty badly by a decent margin. So I don't know what they're doing, to be honest with you. It's kind of sucking the wind out of my sails here a little bit. It was a total of 131.62. Would have beat 2 people in the league. Faced the highest scorer in Mikey. He kicked my absolute ass at 197.78. So I think that puts me at like second or third highest points scored against. And we're no longer really even in contention for anything besides the Sped Bowl. So kind of mentally preparing for that, honestly. Getting some people back, CMC this week, getting maybe Nico Collins, BTJ is getting a little healthy. Baker's got some questions. I think he's got a toe injury, turf toe or something like that. Those things can linger for a week or two or, season long, honestly. And it really hasn't shown in his play and or in his points scored. I think he's still second or third quarterback overall. Top 5 at least. I don't know. Needing to pull some shit out my ass. I need to win like 4 of the next 5 weeks pretty much to even be in contention. And even then, we've got bye weeks in 11, bye weeks 12 that are just going to really pound us and hurt us pretty badly. Same with 14. So we knew this all along. We knew that we needed to get out to an early start. Thought I drafted well enough to be able to do that, but clearly with 11, 12, 13 guys, whatever you want to call it, on IR, on out status, it was never in the cards this year, to be honest for you. So this is kind of me accepting my fate at the moment. For this week, we've got Owen versus me. I've been talking way too much shit to lose, honestly, and he's been talking way too much shit to lose. So it should be a good, fun, not necessarily a rivalry week, but it should be a good week where, I don't know, best man wins. Best shit talker wins. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to talk a lot of shit this week. And honestly, I'm pretty scared. I think we're only within like a point or two, 1.5 points, something like that, projection. So I don't know. We'll see. He said he's on the come up, but he scored the lowest score last week. Somehow, I have not been lowest scorer. I have not paid any fines for being lowest scorer this year, which is remarkable, honestly. It's a win in my book. Had a few shots, had a few too many. Over the season, I think we've gotten 4 under our belt, so I think we're up there in shots or beers drink. But hey, no lowest scores, so that's always nice. Mikey versus Ryan. I think Ryan's dealing with some injuries with Higgins, some bye week stuff as well. So I don't know. I've got Mikey in this one just for projections wise. I think he's projected like 15 or 20 points higher. So we'll see how that goes. But I think Mikey's on a tear. I think facing my team is like facing the Panthers. If you lose, you start firing people, and if you win, you kind of start getting back on a roll. It's kind of like a reset button. Jackson versus Lowe. I do have Lowe in this one, as much as it pains me. Not a fantasy fan of Lowe's team. Jealousy might play a part in that, but I got Lowe in that one. Garvey versus Jesse. I faced Jesse too many times. I've seen too many high scores from him. I don't know. Might have to pump some kids into some girls. Ooh, that sounds terrible. Might have to pump some kids into some women, legal age, just to win a chip. Last couple years we've had baby daddies having really good seasons, so might have to follow suit on that. Garvey versus Jesse. I got Jesse on that one. Parker versus Alex. Alex has won like 4 straight. So I don't know if our trade really fucked him in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I know for depth it would have been nice to have. Shakir has been producing like 8 to 12 points a week, so I'm sure he would like to have that over DJ Moore, who's getting overlooked in every shape and form possible. I don't know if he has really any depth at wide receiver. I just know that he's got the deepest running back room in the entire league, and he loves to keep those bitches on the bench. He is not out here helping anybody besides me for this 4-week savvy trade. So I do have Alex in this one, even though season long I'm a Parker fan. So Parker, if you're here, if you made it here, for any of those who think I'm sucking some people's dicks, I do have Parker's back on this one. I just don't know if you're going to win it. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. Get the shit out of here. I don't know. Gotta upload this before Thursday night. Already at 11 minutes, a little shorter than normal. I think half of you don't even watch any of the press conferences, and I think there's only 2 or 3 of us that really watch most of them and don't just skip around like Owen does. Shit talking already. So, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I have anybody on Thursday night. I don't think Owen does either because he's not putting just a Thursday nighter in. I do have a few on Monday, so we'll see about that. Should be interesting. Should come down to the wire. We are probably the 2 shittiest teams in the league. No. Me, Jackson, Owen, somewhere in that bottom 3 there. So I think I technically have one of the lowest percentage chances to make it to the playoffs, which honestly I've been dealing with uphill battles the whole time. So I don't know. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully we got some better news. I highly doubt it though.